Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard Cisneros at your service. Today I'll be reading the December 23rd Daily Inspirational Message. The condensed version is 2 paragraphs long. Then I'll center myself, say a little prayer, and then make a couple comments on the message. And I trust that you find the message of use. And if you do, please be so kind as to like, comment, or share, or join us as a subscriber. Thank you for that. Here we go. The title: Old Nightmares End with You Awakening from Them. Paragraph 1. It's time to let go of despair, for even our darkest nightmares end with us awakening from them. As invested as we may be in our pain and struggles, the only power these aspects of our experience hold over us is the power that we give to them. If we give them no power, no more of our time, focus, and energy, we will see their power over us dissolve away. If we give them our time, focus, and energy, then yes, that will give them a bigger hold over us. Yet no matter how much power they seem to hold over our experience, once we awaken, we will see them as the false tales that they are. It is when we awaken to what they truly are, illusions, nothing, not real, not us, that we will let them go. Today, if we hold a belief about ourselves or others that is hurting us, let us recall that in any moment, free will allows us to let go of what no longer serves us. Paragraph 2. Today, if feeling stuck in the ego's nightmares, let us not despair. Instead, let us use the state of mind to trigger in us the desire to awaken. Aligning with love and light signals to us that we are awakening. Love and light have numerous expressions, such as forgiveness, trust in the divine, peace, compassion, and joy. Nightmares and the thoughts and expressions they produce do not represent the truth within us. They are simply signs of a mind that is unaware or asleep to its true nature. Some of these signs are judgment, anxiousness, anger, resentment, jealousy, and hate. Today, let us recognize these states of mind as being out of alignment with our loving nature. Then, let us allow this self-awareness to help awaken us from the ego's dream. Right. All nightmares end with you awakening from them. Okay. I'm going to make 5 points today that I trust will assist you during this daily inspirational message. And it will assist you in applying the idea for today. Okay. First, let us always remember we control our thoughts. Our thoughts should not be controlling us. Okay, what does that mean? God is love and all, and God created us. So the truth in us is that love. When our thoughts are aligned with its love, then we are in control. The truth in us is in control of our thinking. When anything unloving in nature, from the ego's past programming, that judgment, that resentment, that jealousy, that hatred, that regret, that shame, that guilt, when that is in our minds, then the truth in us is not really in control. The ego's past programming in us. So whenever that ego's past programming comes in, the nightmare comes in, don't punish yourself for that. Just check yourself, breathe, take a breath, and come back into alignment with your loving nature. And be back in control of your thoughts. That's point number 1. Point number 2, let us remember that the only power our thoughts have over us is the power that we ourselves give to them. And we give them the power by placing our time, our focus, and energy on those thoughts. If we place our time, focus, and energy on a thought, it becomes bigger and bigger. It may be love, or it may be fear, but it will become bigger. If you place less and less of your time, focus, and energy on that thought, it begins to dissolve away. And so if you're stuck in judgment or resentment or anger, you can either blow it up or you can start melting it away and let it go into the nothingness from which it came. And so that's point number 2. Point number 3, let us practice using those times when we are in the nightmare, and most days everybody spends a little time there, or sometimes much more time than would be advisable. But let's say you're stuck in judgment or anger or resentment, okay? Let that trigger in you the response of, you know what? I've invested so much time in that stuff. Why don't I just try to invest some time in trusting in God, in the divine design? What if whatever it is that I went through or I'm going through, what if because God is love and all, and God has my back, what if this is going to work out for me in some way, shape, or form in the future? So instead of staying stuck in that nightmare, use it, but not to stay stuck, but instead to practice trusting God more. Practice and trusting in the divine design more. Practice trusting in the journey that you have co-created with God. So that's point number 3. Point number 4 is do the opposite of whatever the nightmare is recommending. Okay, so if the nightmare is recommending resentment and anger, you know what? Practice, and it's getting you nowhere. Hey, practice forgiveness. Practice praying for your brothers or sisters instead of constantly judging them. If the nightmare calls out and insists on condemnation, you know where that takes you. It's another dead-end road. Instead, practice compassion, the opposite of what the nightmare is recommending. Pardon me. And so use the nightmare's tools not to shape your future, but instead to trigger in you the desire to do the opposite of what it demands. And so if it demands fear and anxiousness, you know what? I've spent so much time there. It gets me nowhere. No, thank you. Talk to the hand. And instead, trust in God and the divine design. Okay, that's point number 4. And the last point is to offer gratitude for the nightmare, for your challenging times, for your difficult times, for your dark times. Because those times are just showing you what you do not want. It's like crossing a road off your map. Well, I'm sorry, that's back in the day. We used to have paper maps. Crossing a road off your paper map. And so you don't have to go there because that's not the way. But the only way that you know that wasn't the way is because you experienced this. You had this life experience. And so thank your life experience for showing you what you no longer want to support with your time, focus, and energy. I no longer want to support anger and hate and resentment and shame and guilt and anxiousness and fear. I no longer want to support that. You know what? Thank you for teaching me that. Thank you for teaching me that that's not what I want, because that's not who I am. The truth in me is love, and only of love's expressions and reflections. And so thank you, life experience, no matter how nightmarish it may have seemed to be, because now I know anything in that I do not want. I only want to align with who I truly am, my loving source, and then offering my loving source to my brothers and sisters. And the more you do so, the more you awaken. The more you awaken to who you truly are. The more you see that you and source are one. That's the awakening, that you and source are one, and that you're only here to offer everybody the awakening. Everybody who's stuck in the nightmare, the awakening. Everybody who's invested in it, another way, maybe a better way to let go of that story and come back to to the truth. Let go of the fairy tale and come back to the truth in you, the light in you, the awakened self. All right, that was point number 5. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very, very much. If you can be so kind as to like, comment, or share, I would be delighted if you can do that. And thank you so much for your time again. I love you very much, and God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.